Boxing truth here. Some bad news for Lucas Browne. What a turn of events this is, as it's being reported by ESPN that Lucas Browne tested positive. He failed a post-fight drug test following his upset win over Ruslan Chagaev on March 5th, becoming the regular world champion for the WBA. And ESPN and VADA, they confirmed to some boxing writers who are on the story that Browne's urine had anabolic agents in it and that he tested positive for a banned substance. And this is a big blow to Lucas Browne. I mean, he was coming off the upset win over Chagaev, came into the fight in the best shape of his life, was the lightest of his career, weighed at 250.5 at the weigh-in. And he had a tough fight with Chagaev. Got knocked down, was on the verge of getting stopped, was looking like was going to go according to script. But Lucas Browne got up, dusted himself off, and refused to be denied. He was on a mission to win the regular belt from Chagaev, was able to get back into the fight, and was able to drop Chagaev in the 10th round and stop him after a lot of unanswered blows, prompting the referee to stop the fight. And Browne was in great position at following that win. You know, he was in high demand from the heavyweights, was getting a lot of phone calls, was getting a lot of call-outs, and he was in line for some lucrative fights in the near future. Now, Browne would have been ordered to fight Ruslan Chagaev by WBA for no later than June, because they want to get this tournament rolling, featuring the three heavyweight champions in the division for the WBA. Lucas Browne, Luis Ortiz, and Tyson Fury all hold a version of a WBA belt. Tyson Fury is the super champion. Browne is the regular champion. So they wanted to have just one WBA champion in the heavyweight division. And Lucas Browne was on the bracket, and on the side of the bracket that would have been very favorable to him. He would have had to fight Chagaev, he beat, and then his next fight would have been against Oquendo. And then he would have awaited the winner between Luis Ortiz against Ustinov and against Tyson Fury, Vladimir Klitschko rematch. He would have waited the winners of both those two fights, and then they fight each other, and then they go after Browne. But that tournament is going to be problematic. The issues will arise with that tournament. Tyson Fury's pissed at the WBA. He doesn't like being told what to do or who to fight, especially by anybody, let alone the WBA. So more issues can arise from that tournament coming to completion. But for Lucas Browne, damn, he fucked his shit up. I mean, he was being gunned for. I mean, David Haye was gunning for him for a fight. He was willing to pay Ruslan Chagaev's team some step-aside money to step aside so he can get the first crack at Browne, because he feels he's a very beatable heavyweight, the most beatable champion out there, the most beatable heavyweight with a strap around his waist. Would have been a great opportunity for Haye to get that fight with Browne, get a strap, be highly rated in the WBA. But now Browne has some bigger issues to deal with. He's most likely going to be stripped of his title, will be fined and suspended, and just lost some lucrative fights in the near future. No more Ruslan Chagaev fight, and no potential fight with David Haye. Now he's going to have to fight this positive drug test. He can request to VADA to have the B sample tested, but if that B sample comes back positive, it's a wrap. That means Browne took something before the fight, and that's why his urine had anabolic agents in it. Big blow to Lucas Browne's career, who was being regarded as the first Australian world champion or title holder, to not having a very short reign and now most likely being stripped, and no lucrative fights in the near future. Browne has yet to respond to this report. expecting him to say what most fighters say, that they didn't know what the hell happened. Something must have been contaminated. Pretty much the same response all fighters give when this type of issue arises about a positive drug test. But it is what it is. But Browne just fucked this shit up, and now he's gonna be most likely stripped and have no lucrative fight in the near future. This is Boxing Truth. I'm out.